The Galactic Concordance had catalogued 47,000 species across the known universe. Each one had been assessed, categorized, and assigned a threat level by the Quantum Threat Assessment Scanner, device so advanced it could predict a species' military potential across 10,000 years of projected evolution. Jasmine Rodriguez stepped off the human diplomatic shuttle onto Station Kepler, completely unaware that she was about to break a machine that had never malfunctioned in 3 centuries. "Welcome to the Concordance Station," chirped the Vexillian ambassador, its crystalline form refracting the station's artificial light into rainbow patterns. "You are the first human representative we've received. Most exciting." Joseph Chen, the human military attaché, followed closely behind Jasmine, his hand instinctively near his sidearm despite the peaceful setting. "We're honored to be here," he said, his voice measured and diplomatic. The scanner stood at the entrance to the Grand Assembly Hall, a towering archway of silver metal that hummed with barely contained energy. Every species passed through it upon first contact. It was ceremonial now, mostly, since all known species had long been the Vexillians, threat level 3, the Krathan, threat level 7, even the warlike Drevnothi barely registered as threat level 12. "A mere formality," the Vexillian assured them, gesturing toward the arch with one of its many appendages. "Joseph, was it? Please, you first." Joseph walked through the scanner. It hummed, lights cascading down its surface in a familiar pattern. A holographic display materialized. "Human male, threat level 2, classification. Minimal concern. Fascinating," murmured a Krathan observer, its 6 eyes blinking in sequence. "Threat level 2. They barely register above the plinifarmers." Joseph shrugged, rejoining Jasmine's side. "Guess we're not very scary." "Your turn, Miss Rodriguez," the Vexillian said cheerfully. Jasmine smiled and stepped through the archway. The scanner hummed, then it stuttered. The lights along its surface began flickering erratically, cycling through colors that had never appeared before: deep crimsons, violent purples, shades that seemed to exist outside the normal spectrum. The hum became a shriek. Sparks erupted from the scanner's base, and somewhere deep within the station, alarms began to wail. Analyzing, analyzing, error. RECALIBRATING. The holographic display flickered in and out of existence, numbers spinning wildly. 47, 203, 1,847. The Vexillian's cheerful demeanor evaporated. This is impossible. The scanner has never threat level incalculable warning paradox detected species. Classification human female biological contradictions identified. 847. The numbers kept climbing. Station security materialized from side corridors, weapons drawn but uncertain. Joseph's hand went to his sidearm, stepping protectively toward Jasmine. "What's happening?" Jasmine asked, looking genuinely confused. "Did I break something?" The scanner's shrieking reached a crescendo. Then, suddenly, it went silent. The holographic display stabilized, showing a message that made every alien in the corridor take a step backward. System Priority 1. Extreme caution advised. Species capability. Assessment. Beyond projection parameters, this organism possesses capacity for recursive intelligence enhancement. Biological paradox. Simultaneous fragility and resilience. Social cooperation exceeding hive species. Individual agency exceeding solitary hunter's pack. Bonding with non-genetic entities. Persistence. Hunting psychology. Pattern recognition. Near prescient. Krathan security officer lowered its weapon, mandibles clicking in confusion. How can one organism be both pack and individual, both fragile and resilient? This makes no sense. An elderly Drevnothi scholar pushed through the crowd, its scaled face drawn with concern. "I've studied human records since their first radio transmissions reached our space. I tried to warn the council, but no one believed me." "Warned them of what?" the Vexillian demanded. The Drevnothi pointed at Jasmine with a trembling claw. "Humans don't just survive. They thrive in conditions that would exterminate species 10 times more physically capable. They've survived ice ages, plagues, extinction events. They turned wolves into loyal companions and literal poisons into recreational drinks. When their world tries to kill them, they make it serve them instead." Jasmine shifted uncomfortably under the scrutiny. "I'm really just a xenobiologist. I study alien plants. I'm not dangerous." "That's precisely what makes you dangerous," the Drevnothi said quietly. "You study other species to understand them. Humans always seek to understand, and once they understand something, they can manipulate it, befriend it, or neutralize it." The scanner flickered again, adding new data. Additional concern. Human females possess enhanced pattern recognition, heightened threat assessment capabilities, superior multitasking neurology, capable of sustaining and nurturing next generation, while simultaneously defending it. Joseph couldn't help but smirk despite the tension. The scanners figured out not to mess with human women. That's actually pretty smart for a machine. This isn't funny, the Vexillian said, though its crystalline structure was vibrating with what might have been nervous energy. If human females are this dangerous, and human males barely register, how did your species survive? Who protected whom? Jasmine and Joseph exchanged glances. Jasmine spoke first, her voice carrying a hedge of steel that made several aliens flinch. We protected each other. That's what humans do. Joseph might be threat level 2 when scanned individually, but you put him between danger and someone he cares about. She gestured to how Joseph had instinctively positioned himself between her and the armed security forces. That number goes up real fast. The Drevnathi scholar nodded slowly. The scanner can only measure individual potential. It cannot measure what humans call love or loyalty or spite. It cannot quantify what a human will do when their pack is threatened. The scanner produced one final message. Recommendation: maintain diplomatic relations, never engage in hostilities. Human capacity for cooperative violence when threatened. Approaching theoretical maximum. Species assessment updated. Threat level varies from 2 to extinction class, depending on context. File closed. Query: requesting detailed study of human bonding mechanisms and pack loyalty parameters. Jasmine smiled sweetly at the assembled aliens. So, are we still good for the welcome dinner? I brought some Earth chocolate to share. It's made from a plant that's toxic to most Earth species, but we made it delicious. The Vexillian's light refraction turned a pale, washed-out hue. You eat poison. For pleasure, Joseph grinned, finally relaxing. Wait until you hear about our coffee. The Galactic Concordance would, in later years, establish a new protocol. Human assessment required context, relationship mapping, and a clear understanding of what and who individual humans cared about. Because the scanner had learned what the galaxy would soon discover. Humans weren't dangerous because of what they could do. They were dangerous because of what they would do. And human females like Jasmine. They were system priority 1 because they somehow embodied all of humanity's contradictions in perfect, terrifying balance. The galaxy would be wise to remember that.